Hello everybody, and you're welcome to the Shabbath of this morning. We thank the Lord God for the opportunity that has given us to behold and to see this beautiful day in the land of the living. And the Parashot that was discussed about this morning is Parashot Matot-Masai, and Matot-Masai meaning the tribe and the journey. But I subtitle the Parashot this morning as keeping your words, or your vows, or your promises, or your oath. So those four things: keeping your words. Or some people might say, okay, your vows. Or some people might say, your promises. Or some people might say, your oath. Anyone that you want to choose, you can choose it. So that's why I gave you all kinds of variants. Choose anyone that you want, but the most important thing is you have to keep it. So God said you must keep them. Alright? So let's go into the study, into the Parashah understanding of this morning. There are two types of vows mentioned in the opening sidra of this Parashah, especially in Parashah Matot. Number one is called neder, and the second one is called issar. Neder and issar. A neder is usually a vow whereby one promises to do something once something else has come about. I repeat again. A neder is usually a vow in which somebody will promise to do something once something else has come about. For example, someone might vow to donate a certain sum of money to a charitable organization every time that the Holy One, blessed be He, grant them a child. That is a what? Is a neder. So someone might come and say, okay, every time God give me a child, right, I'm going to donate some amount of money to a charitable organization. I make that vow. That is a vow. That is a what? A neder. So let's see what is an issar. What an issar is a bond or an obligation that someone bound upon himself or herself to carry out on a regular basis. For example, to swear never to eat meat or drink wine until the rebuilding of the temple in Jerusalem. For example, I'm giving an example, right? So when one makes a vow or swear a bond, the wording must not be open to interpretation and should be clear as well as precise. Very, very important. Not to say, I can interpret it this way, or I can interpret it that way, or I can turn it to something else that I didn't mean. No, it must be precise, clear, and everybody must understand. You must understand what you are saying. It cannot be open to several kinds of interpretation. No, it is clear and precise. Okay. Neither should one make a vow or swear a bond that is either stupid or nonsensical, or is not in one's power to fulfill. For example, you want to say, I vow to give all the gold in the world. Every time that, for example, like that the sky turn green. The sky will never turn green. So it doesn't make sense for you to make such a vow because it's a nonsense kind of a vow, right? So because you don't, in the first place, the sky will never turn green. Secondly, you don't have the gold or you don't have the whole gold of the world. So that is what I'm saying. So don't make some stupid vow that you can't fulfill, that doesn't even make sense. Another form of vow or bond that is invalid is either one that is a negation of the commandment of the Torah. Is a negation of the commandment of the Torah. For example, I vow to drink blood because the Torah says thou shalt not drink blood because it's the life force of an animal. You can do that. You can't make such a vow, right? So it doesn't make sense. Or one might be or one where the object of the vow is already incumbent upon us by the virtue of the Torah. For example, that you said, I swear to refrain from working on the Shabbath. It doesn't make sense because you know that on the Shabbat you cannot work. So you cannot make such a vow and say, you know what, on Shabbat I will not work. So it's because it's already there in the Shabbat, in the commandment that you shall not do any work on the Shabbat. So that such kind of vow also doesn't make sense. For a neder or for an issar to become actual, the name of the Holy One, blessed be He, has to be pronounced in the formula. For a neder or for an issar to actually have effect, the name of the Holy One, blessed be He, has to be included in the wording, in the formula. I mean, in the wording. That's what I say. That's what I mean. The formula. As it is said, the Holy One, blessed be He, your God. You shall revere Him. You shall serve, and to Him you shall hold fast, and by His name you shall swear. In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 20. That was the Torah. You shall not swear in the names of other gods. No. In the name of your God alone you shall do that. Not in the names of other gods. Only in the name of the Lord thy God. That is your portion. As Moses said, that God gave other nations their own gods, but the portion of Israel is Yahweh Elohim. That is our portion. So, and that is in His name we shall do everything, not in the name of any other gods. Okay? Therefore, if one has to say by heaven and earth, I will do so and so, if thus and thus comes to pass, the vow is not binding. They say you come and say, okay, by heaven and earth, I will do this and this and this, if this and this and this and this comes to pass. That such a vow is not binding. Why? Because the name of the Holy One is not included. Okay, all right. But if you say, I vow by the name of the Holy One, blessed be He, to do this and this and this, if this and this and this come to pass, boom, it's binding. You have to do it. Because the name of the Holy One is what? Is pronounced. Because you shall not call the name of the Lord thy God in what? In vain. You have to do exactly what that comes out of your mouth. Now, if a man shall vow a vow to the Holy One, or swear an oath to bind a band upon his soul. And what is the soul? The soul, if you remember I said, the soul is the life force of the man. He shall not desecrate his word. Never. You have to keep it. According to all that goes out of his mouth, he shall do. Numbers chapter 30, verse 3 that we just read. Bamidbar 30, verse 3. For an adult male as well as for a woman who is neither divorced or who is either a divorcee or a widow. Remember, for an adult male, for a man, they shall keep it. And the other people that will keep it is what? A divorcee or a widow. Right? But a young girl cannot know. Or a woman who is in her father's house, no. That is, if the father said, I restrain you, God will forgive her. But if the woman who is under a husband, the husband said, no, I restrain her, or I don't want her to do that, God will forgive her. Right? Because the husband has said no. But if the husband hear it and keep his mouth shut, doesn't want to, he didn't say anything, then the vow will stand. Or if the father, in the other hand, heard what the daughter said, and the father keep his mouth shut, then the vow will stand. But if the father said no, or the husband said no, the vow will not stand. God will forgive them both. So, now, for an adult, I repeat again, for an adult male as well as for a woman who is either a divorcee or a widow, once they have made a neder or sworn an issar, it cannot be abrogated and its time must be fulfilled. They cannot turn to a Kohen to revoke it, nor is there a formula in the Torah for its annulment. What comes out of their mouth has to be brought about. Because we know in Talmud, right, as I was teaching, explaining to my people yesterday night, yes, we have in Talmud where you can abrogate, where you can annul a vow, or where you can say a particular word to annul a vow. But that is in the Talmud, I said, not in the Torah. The Torah did not give us any formula. The Torah did not say the Torah said it cannot be abrogated. That is it. Anything that once the name of God is pronounced, you have to do it. That is period. There is no formula for you to annul it or to remove it out of your head. No. But in the Talmud, it's okay, you can call 3 rabbis or 3 friends who is faithful, talk to them, explain to them, say okay, and they can annul it for you and it can be annulled. You say a particular wording and it can be annulled. I understand what they are trying to say, right? And this is the idea, right? That maybe some of us were too hasty to talk. and then we say something, boom. Then later on, after 2 minutes or 3 minutes, we realize that we are not able to actually fulfill because we just talk in a haste that we are not able to fulfill those things. Then, in that case, they give us a rabbi. I repeat again. It is in the Talmud. I'm not talking about the Torah now. Okay, it is in the Talmud. Okay, a rabbi gave us a way of escape. In the sense that we can call 3 rabbis, talk to them, and they can annul it, or we can go to a Kohen, they can annul it, or we can say the formula they wrote for us, we read it, we can annul those things. But in other sense, if you look at it from another point of view, especially from the point of view of the people of the world, that is why they say don't trust the Jews, because they tell you one thing today, tomorrow they annul it, and they say it's no longer standing, right? So don't trust them. They are trickish people. It's not that they are trickish people, but it's just because God, our rabbis, gave us a way of escape in the sense that we say something quickly in a haste that actually we now realize that we are not in power or in our power to fulfill it. Actually, it's not that we are tricky, we are actually being open. Because I now realize that, okay, the thing I said, oh, I'm faithful, I'm truthful, I can't do it. So I need to come and say, please, I can't do this, I can't do this. But the people of the world, they saw it in a different perspective, that they are trickish people, they are not honest people, don't trust them. But that is actually not the case. So, but in the Torah, once the name of God is pronounced, I'm talking about the Torah now, once the name of God is pronounced in that case, it cannot be abrogated. You have to do, you have to fulfill what comes out of your mouth. Okay, now the commandment concerning vows and bond teaches a very important lesson. That being, we are responsible for the words that emanate from our mouth and are held accountable for the good or the bad that they might cause, as well as for the action of our hands. So we are we need to be very, very careful of what comes out of our mouth. That's what God is saying. You know, the Torah said the power of life and death is what is in the mouth. It's in the mouth. We have to be extremely careful what comes out of our mouth, because people, they just say something out of their mouth, they don't care, right? Especially in the world that we live in the 21st century now, we say garbage. We don't, even though I've seen a lot of, if people understand, a lot of artists or those actors, the way they mention the name of God in their movies, just in vain, you know, the talking nonsense, you know, but they will call it acting. But you can use something, you can, that other thing that you can use to replace. You don't necessarily have to mention the name of God, right? But if they don't hold God, their own God, I mean, if they don't hold him to such an esteem, then they can do whatever they want to do. But according to the Torah, we, the Hebrew people, we, the Israelites, we can't do that. We cannot say, okay, I'm acting there, I begin to mention the name of God anyhow, just because I'm calling it acting. No, it's not acceptable. Because the name is revered. It's hold to the highest of the highest esteem. So now, therefore, making a neder or swearing an issar should not be taken lightly. If one swear an issar before God that they will never eat chocolate again for as long as they live, then no matter how much they might desire chocolate, in the future they can never eat chocolate again. Especially a woman cannot make such a neder or an issar, say I will never eat a chocolate, because the heart of a woman is the heart of a chocolate. You know, when the man see that the wife is offended, okay, I know what she like, I go buy the chocolate. You know, you bring chocolate, hey, darling, you know, no. And the woman instantly, women are very simple to please. They forget. You know, all those anger, what the woman just show, oh, hallelujah, chocolate is here. So, but if a woman says, I'm going to not eat chocolate again, you can't say, I cannot eat chocolate again, because your heart is the heart of chocolate, you only eat chocolate. So, you can't do that, you know, because you know that I love the chocolate. That was just what I'm trying to give an example here. Whatever we promise, whatever comes out of our house, of our mouth, of our lips, you know, any vows, any oath that we make, we must keep them. And that is why I see when, for example, when they're making, when people are becoming a citizen, they tell you come and make an oath. Or especially, even though when you want to join the military, they have a ceremony, special ceremony for oath. Say, are you going to be loyal to the country or not? Or are you going to be a one who's going to be snake, right? So why did they do that? Because in case you say, okay, you're going to be loyal to your country, and later you become non-loyal, then your vow will stand in court. It's okay because this is what you said. You said before you become part of us, and now you are saying you are doing something else. Then they can use that as a case against the person because everything is recorded and they keep it in your file. So understand what I mean? So the same thing when we say we are now the sons of God and daughters of God, and we decided to follow the Torah and become the student of Moshe Rabbeinu, then we cannot come and go back and say, you know what, that is not what I mean. It cannot be open to what? To interpretation, right? This is not my, I know when I was doing it, I didn't mean it this way. This is where, no. It has to be precise and clear. So we say we're going to follow God, let's follow him until the end. He said, he will lead us in the path of righteousness, in the path of justice. So it is very, very important. But one thing again here is it, in the book of Matthew, chapter 5 that we just read, Matot-Masai chapter 5 verse 33 to 37, it simply says that do not swear at all. You see, Yeshua HaMashiach make it even more simple. Because he knows us, Yeshua HaMashiach is not annulling the Torah. No. Because people say, he said that the Torah said this, and me I'm saying this, I'm saying this. Is he now nullifying? Is he not nullifying the Torah? No, absolutely it's not. What he's saying is making it simple for you, for us to keep our mouth shut. Because he knows us as a human being, we are always we are always fast. Oh, somebody drink. For example, you are in the party, you drink, I begin to promise what you cannot do. And even because of the alcohol in your head or in your blood, begin to even mention the name of God. And when the alcohol goes down, everything is wrong. You know, oh, wow, start scratching your head. I don't mean it that way, but it's too late now because you were drunk yesterday and begin to mention the name of God and you promised the whole world, right? And now it's not in your power to fulfill. How are you going to do? Or what are you going to do? So this is why Yeshua said, it's better for you to do what? Keep your mouth shut. Keep it shut. Because we can see such an idea, such a particular incident that happened in the Torah. Jephthah, right, when he came, before he went to war, he said, God, anything that comes out to welcome me first, I will use as a sacrifice unto you. Not knowing that the daughter will do what? Will come and do what? And welcome him. So when a leader, when people, when a teacher, which we also had in the book of YHWH, that when teachers are not even educated, how can they teach? When teachers are even blind, how can they lead? He said, lead the blind, both fall into a pit. Because if they were well-advanced Torah scholar, people who understand what the Torah is saying, they should have told him, oh man, this oath or this vow is wrong in the Torah. You can't do that. Right? You cannot make such a vow. But now he made the vow, he has to stand by it. You will pronounce it in the name of God. Right? That if you give me victory against this enemy, whatever comes forth, I will use it as a sacrifice unto you. I'm okay, because you're fine. No problem. God gave him the victory. Now it's now your turn to do your own. Right? So we need to understand all these things. That's why Yeshua said, let your yea be yea and your nay be. It's simple. Don't complicate it. Yeshua is never ever nullifying the Torah. No. He's making it easier for us to keep our mouth shut. So that the Torah is not heavy. The Torah is a yoke, but it's not a heavy yoke. It's a simple one. If we can see from the perspective that Yeshua is teaching us, is giving us this do not swear by the heaven, not the earth, right? Not by Jerusalem, no, because it's the city of the great king. Let's be simple. Yes, no. than that. Anything that is more than that, it becomes a what? A sin, which is what Yeshua said, which is true. When you promise something that you cannot fulfill in the name of God, and when you don't fulfill it, it becomes a sin unto you. Do you want to be carrying all kinds of sin all your life? No. So this is what the Torah is saying, that we should keep it simple. Don't complicate it. I know we as a human being we love and we like things that is complicated. But if God is telling us, no, don't make it complicated. Simple. Go straight, I go straight. Sit, I sit. Stand up, I stand up. I continue your journey, I continue my journey. Turn left, you turn left. Turn right. Simple. Just follow the command. But most people say, no, I can't do that. I need to improvise for myself. Because I can't just give my life. I can't just give my everything I know in my life to someone I don't see. Into the hand of a being or of a spirit I've never seen in my life. So I don't trust God, because you see, God, I didn't see God in my life. I've not seen Him once, but I cannot give my life into His hand, because I want to be the person in control. I want to be the captain of my ship. But you don't know tomorrow. You don't know even the 2 seconds to come. You don't know. And God is saying, if you can trust me, give me the control, and may I drive for you, you just relax. Is it not simple? Why do you want to keep on be the driver? When God said, I can be the driver and you can be the what? The passenger. Just relax. But no. Most of us, we want to be the driver. We want to wrestle with God every time. Just like Israel wrestled with God every time. No. Keep it calm. Simple. No fighting. Give Him the control. Relax. I'm telling you, you will reach your destination in peace. I'm telling you that. But if you want to struggle, okay, take it. But I'm telling you, you won't drive 200 meters. You won't drive 200 meters. I'm telling you, I can guarantee you that. Because all the pit, the Lord that designed the planet, that designed nature, that designed the world, both spiritual and physical, you know what He's saying? Because He designed those pits for a reason. He didn't make it just, He made all those things by Himself. He knows that. So if you think what you want to do by yourself, okay, go ahead. Good luck. I will only wish you good luck. But as for me, I better relax. Be the passenger, let Him take control. And it's simple. It's not hard. Okay, so finally, this teaches us that when people have no knowledge of the Torah, when people have no knowledge of the Torah, this kind of things happen, or this kind of absurd thing happen in Israel, where people will do something that doesn't make sense. Remember, God does not accept human sacrifice. God does not accept that. So we need to be very, very careful of what comes out of our mouth. So the Torah is very clear, and it's telling us that whatever comes out of our mouth, we have to do what? To fulfill them. This teaching is teaching us in the application that, and in knowledge in knowledge of its content, especially when such ignorance is among those who are the leaders of the community of God. Blessed be He. Then terrible and abominable things happens in Israel when people are not versed in the Torah, when people are not versed in the understanding, when people are not versed in the knowledge of what the Holy One, blessed be He, is teaching us. So we, as the student of the Torah, as student of Moshe Rabbeinu, has to follow the Torah to the least. And Yeshua HaMashiach, as His disciples, is teaching us too, that we have to make it simple, very easy. Oh, I'm not interested in it, I don't want to do it. No, what is it? Don't go too much. You are not to say, okay, I need to explain. No, you don't need. No, you don't owe nobody explanation. No, I just no, it's no. That is it. Oh, yeah, it's yeah. That is it. Simple, and there won't be no issue and no problem. Parashot, Matot-Masai, keeping your words, your vows, your promise, your oath. Whatever you want to choose it. But keep them. That is the most important thing. Shabbat Shalom.